Hi, Sarah Banas here, Learn to Craft. We are going to learn how to make bows today. So bows are incredibly easy. This is something I learned how to do working at a florist when I was younger. Super easy, like I said. So we're going to work with a couple of things. All you need is a pipe cleaner or a twist tie. You want 2 pairs of scissors. You want a pair that you don't care if they get a little dinged up. Old kitchen shears. And then you want a sharp pair. And then you want your ribbon. And you want ribbon that is wired. So it has a wire on either edge. You can get this just about any craft store. I like Michael's. I'll link in the video description, where I get mine. You can also get it on Amazon. So this is 2.5 inch. You can use, any size, whatever size you want for the bow you want. So a couple of things. If this video is of interest to you or helpful, like the video. That helps me out a lot. But also subscribe to my channel. When you're subscribed, you'll get a notification when the new videos come out. Lots of good videos coming up that you won't want to miss out on. So we have 2 different kinds of ribbon here. We have one that is 2-sided. That's the same thing on both sides. Okay, and then we have one that is 1-sided. With the 1-sided one, we're always going to want to make sure that this side is up. We don't want that to be what's showing. Okay, so I'm going to take this off of here, at least some of it. Just make it a little bit easier to work with. I'm actually not going to cut this one because I don't think I'm going to use all of it. It's actually a pretty big one, so I'll just kind of leave it hooked on there. So I think that I want this to be my background. Let's see. Yeah, I want this one to be my background, and then I want this in the foreground. I take that back. I want this in the background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and this one, because it is 2-sided, it's not super important that you're real careful with, because you don't have to keep the front in the front. First thing you always want to do is you want to cut off your tail. The tail on this is probably going to be about, I would say, 10 inches. So use your kitchen shears that you don't care, because you're going to be cutting through that wire. So you want to get, like, these are a little bit duller. You want to get a good cut, a good solid cut. That's really important because this is the edges of it. But at the same time, you're cutting through wire. You don't want to ruin your good scissors. So what we're going to do is we're going to dovetail this. And this is where the good scissors come in. So fold that in half. And then what you want to do is you want to start from this side and then go to your edge. And you want to keep it the same on both sides. So on this one, I'm going to go 1 3/4 squares out, actually. And then cut that from there right out to as close to the very, very edge as you can get without cutting into that wire. And then something that you can go back and do if you want to is you can take a lighter and just kind of run it along that, not touching it, but the heat getting to it. And that'll seal your edges of your ribbon. And see how that gives you a real nice dovetail. You can see that on there. Gives you a real nice dovetail. Okay. So same with this one. Fold it. And then going from your inside out. Same spot. Starting right at that 1 3/4. Try to give yourself a nice, even, straight line. So that one I didn't get perfect, but that's okay. So that's that. So now that's going to be your tail when we get to that part. So now what you want to do, you want to make sure that when you're starting your bow, you don't make it you don't make that first portion too big, or your bow is just going to end up lopsided and huge. So I'm going to fold this over. kind of, if your edges are pushed in at all, try to kind of straighten that out as you go. So I'm going to start this right here. I want to keep these so that they're close at hand. And then I'm going to, actually going to make that even a little bit smaller. Right about right there. And then turn this side in. Okay. And then what I'm going to do, as I'm coming out, I'm going to add just a little bit, not even a whole finger, like maybe just like a half or a third of a finger wider going out on your next turn. So just a little bit wider, about maybe that much. And that'll keep your bow nice and full. Okay, so what we're looking for here is we're looking for, on this first bottom set, because we're using 2 colors, we're going to go with 4. So 4 on each side of this color, and then we'll go with 3 on each side of the other color. And that should give us a nice bow. Okay, and again, just going just that tiny little bit wider out on this side. You don't want a ton wider, just a little bit. Try to keep it squared up. Okay, just a little bit wider. Square that up, and then let's see. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 on that side, and this will be the 4th one on this side. Okay, so then cut that in the middle. Okay, and what you want to do is you want to kind of try to, so flip it over, and then kind of try to shimmy your edges in together. But you want to do it 1 layer at a time, so you don't end up with just a big bunch, okay? Kind of shimmy these layers in together so that you're kind of like cinching it in the middle. Keep 1 at a time. And what I'm going to show you with the second color, you can do this with the whole thing if you prefer, but this way is a little bit easier for me. Okay, so that like that. And just be careful when you're doing this that you don't poke yourself. The wire edges can be a little bit sharp. Okay, and you want the part that is just a tiny bit wider, you want that to be on the bottom. So you want to start your wire in the front, and then, you know, tie it on the back part and try to get that even, you know, as even as possible. And then just turn that once. Okay, and so this is going to be our back. This is going to be, this color is going to be back. This one's going to be in the front. And actually, I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to make the middle part uneven. I think I'm going to make it 3 on one side, 2 on the other, so that it's 5 total, so that 1 ends up in the middle and 2 on the other side. With this one, to make this part be in the front, this is how you do it. So now you want this just a little bit shorter, because that's going to be your inside piece. Not a lot shorter, just a little bit. So about that much. So the way you're going to do it is you're going to turn this in like this. Okay, you're going to shimmy that together. So shimmy that together. And then turn that. And that is going to be just shorter than that. And then bring this piece in on top and try to make that nice and even on either side. Okay, and then try to like shimmy this all together. Okay, see how that is now? And now what you're going to do is this. Make sure your scissors that you're going to be cutting with are accessible. Okay, and what you're going to do is this. You're going to turn this. See how I turned that? So that your bad side is up on top. Because what you're going to do is you're going to flip it over. And then that makes it so that the unfinished side is in the front. Okay, so again, tighten it together. And then flip and turn. Okay, and then this, because this is the top part, you're going to be going the opposite, that you're making it a little bit less deep each turn. Okay, but again, we're only going to do 5 total. I think 5 will be enough. Okay, so flip, you're going right into the middle, flip and turn. Okay, and try to like even that out. And then I think about right there should be good. So go ahead and cut that. Being careful not to cut your other layers. Okay. And now this one, you just want to kind of tighten that all together. Okay. And now this is what you're going to do. Carefully untie this, because you don't want to add any additional bulk in there. Okay. And then check it so that you have the deeper side in the back. And then what you want to do is this. Kind of put that right on top there. And then again, take this so that you're twisting it in the back. So you're starting in the front and then you're finishing in the back. Okay, just like that. Try to keep it equal on both sides. And then twist, 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 twist. Make it nice and tight. Okay, and then of course you're going to leave the tail of this on here so that you have it for to attach to your whatever you're putting it on. And actually I'm going to untwist this because first off I forgot to put my tail on, but also this back one, see how that's loose? I want to tighten that in there, but I have to put my tail on anyways, so that's fine. So I'm going to move this in just a little bit so that I have that all in there. Okay, and now I'm just going to tighten it. I'm just going to tighten it once. Okay, and now I'm going to put the tail on. So I'm going to want this so that my pipe cleaner is going that way, and this is my tail. Okay, and I'm going to, in the middle, I'm going to take it and I'm going to go like this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it so that my tail is coming down like that. Okay, and then pop that on there. Twist that again. Straighten that up. Straighten that up. Okay, and now flip it over. And now what you're going to do is now you're going to puff this all out. Okay, so you're going to take these. Be aware so this side is the one with 3, and then this side is the one with 2. So you're going to kind of make it so that the 3 one, the third one ends up in the middle. And then you're kind of just puffing these out. So the first round when you're puffing them out, you're really just kind of puffing them out. And then you can kind of fiddle with them and make it so that it's how you want it. And so the wider you make your initial, that first set, the fatter and more full your, not necessarily full, but the bigger your bow will be. And you can always kind of push these in between so that you get more of the, so it kind of looks like it's just all, you know, not two layers. So it's all just kind of one. And it's a bit of a process to see how like they kind of get smashed up when you're doing the other ones. So you just go back through and just kind of straighten those out as you're going. And the more you do this, the easier it gets. It kind of, you get muscle memory to where your hands need to be and, you know, how it all comes together. So do not get discouraged if you feel like it's, if you feel like it's kind of not working out the first one. It gets much, much easier by your second, and then, you know, by the third you're a pro. So, again, I'm going to kind of put that like that. And then I want to kind of fill out this bottom edge a little bit. So in the video description, I will link, I'll link one of our Facebook groups. Actually, I'll link two of our Facebook groups. I'll link Cricut and Silhouette for Beginners, and I'll link Sublimation for Beginners. Join both if you have interest in only one of those things. Only join one, obviously, but join both if you have interest in both. They're both great groups. One's about 200,000 members. One's about 120,000 members. Super friendly. You'll fit right and you'll love it there. So I'll link those both in the video description. Like the video if it was helpful. That helps me out a lot. And then, you know, subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss the notifications when they come out for the new videos. But that's about it. So, I mean, bows are super, super easy. And, I mean, how cute would that look on a, I probably should have done the tail just a little bit longer on this one. But, I mean, how cute would that look on a door hanger or a wreath or anything. So that's it. That's all there is to bows. If you have any questions at all, you can ask them in the video description here, or you can ask me directly in the group. I'm always in the groups. You're always welcome to come talk to me. And that's it. I hope you have a great day. Bye.